Hello, Tom Votava here, and this is Gradius for NES. Shown here is the final loop that I went through in my record run where I went to 10 million points, rolling over the scoreboard. The entire run took roughly 4 hours to complete. Here we just have to sit through the final 14 minutes or so. As usual, to spare everyone the repetition, one loop is all you need. The most important part about Gradius is to get the best weapons in the game as fast as possible without ever losing a man. As soon as your ship is destroyed even once, no matter how many extra lives you have, you're probably going to just lose the rest of them. You get knocked backwards into the game a little bit every time you die, and with no power-ups and no maneuverability, you're just a sitting duck. This pattern of pickups that I'm doing, the order in which I power up the ship, tends to get you through the first level in one piece. And then from there, you should be able to keep all of your weapons for the rest of the round. Unfortunately, when you complete the game, you have to start over with the naked ship and get everything back again, which is why you see me collecting power-ups here. It really helps to have performed a trick that you see here. The lasers are not normally this fast, but they've been made faster by a thing I found in Nintendo Power. Something to do with collecting a pod when you have your meter all the way to the right, and the 10,000s digit is a certain digit. I forget which one, but if you play around with this, suddenly you can hold down the fire button and rapid fire, making that volcano section really easy for the rest of the game. It also comes in handy in a few other places, as you'll see. And at this point, we are completely powered up. The only thing left that we could collect are some more speed boosts, but too much speed is kind of a bad thing, because you are not necessarily more under control when you move so fast that you're not sure how hard to press down on the controller. You also can't get the third power up the double, because that cancels out the laser. The laser is by far the more powerful weapon, and the options, the ghost ships that are following my ship around firing the extra bullet, there are more than enough firepower there to handle the missing extra direction he fired. Now, you might have seen a little bonus there. There are secret places on each of the levels where if you touch your ship, you will be able to get bonus points. There I got 5,000 for driving my ship into that space between the two rocky asteroids. Unnecessary, somewhat dangerous. You get used to it after a while. Now for the minefield. If you position your options above your ship and let the missiles fire downwards and your lasers fire out to the right, you're pretty well covered. Fortunately, those mines don't shoot bullets, unlike the ones you saw earlier in the level. One thing you might notice about these fighters at the end of every level is they are a little bit more sophisticated than earlier in the first loop through the game. It fires an extra bullet in addition to that 4-part beam. It catches you off guard the first time you play through after the first loop, so beware of that. It also doesn't always just bounce back and forth. It has a tendency to stop to see if they can fake you out. Those things are nasty. You almost have to have those options in order to destroy them. Okay, we've reached Easter Island, or the Moai, as they're called in the Gradius series. Almost every Gradius game has these things. And they take no prisoners on this level. Maximum difficulty loop, you end up with bullets that go so fast that you're looking at pretty certain death if you don't have enough weapons. However, this is also one of the higher scoring levels in the game, because each time you shoot one of those bubbles you get 100 points, and there's lots of bubbles to shoot. This is one of the hardest parts in the game, right here. With enough firepower, you can gun these crystallized ships with ease, but without them, you almost have to have those options. You know, stay in the middle of the screen and retreat as the options touch. Doing that, you can get the firepower through those bullets, which are bulletproof against your lasers.